What's going on, gang? It's your boy Hoodfactstv, and I'm back with another reaction video, man. Y'all know my motto. I am not about to hold y'all up. If you're new to the channel, do your boy a big favor. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell for yourself so you can get notified when I drop more bangers like this one. Get in the comments, talk to your boy. I talk back. Do me another big favor. Like and share this video. So check it out, man. Trump is getting slammed by Chicago, man. Chicago mayor, a governor, is saying that Trump and his gang are causing problems. They're not fixing the solution. They're causing problems. You know what I'm saying? So they thinking about suing Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get him out of Chicago. But listen, we about to check it out. I believe Trump is using his gang, I call him a gang, to terrorize people, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially the U.S. citizens. Like, come on, man, what's going on? Why are you tying up kids in the middle of the night? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all doing way too much right now. But we about to check this out. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna give you guys my point at the end of this. But before we get into this video, I got to make sure you guys are having a positive day. I got to spread that love and send blessings your way. Now let's go ahead and see what's going on, man.
And refused to allow Texas National Guard members to be used in this way. Let me be clear. Donald Trump is using our service members as political props and as pawns in his illegal effort to militarize our nation's cities. I want to thank Attorney General Kwame Raoul and his staff, along with my General Counsel, Ann Spillane, and our excellent Governor's Office legal team for working tirelessly for weeks now to prepare federal lawsuits in anticipation of this unconstitutional invasion of Illinois by the federal government. For weeks now, Donald Trump, Kristi Noem, and Gregory Bovino have brought their militarized CBP and ICE agents to the streets of Chicago to cause violence and chaos in this city. They need to stop inciting our city's residents. Since the beginning of this invasion, families have been snatched up off the streets or removed from their homes, zip-tied and detained for hours, including especially U.S. citizens and legal residents of our state. And in the words of CBP Chief Patrol Agent Greg Bovino, they're being chosen by how they look. Peaceful protesters have been hit with tear gas and shot with rubber bullets. Journalists simply reporting the facts on the ground have been targeted and arrested. U.S. citizens, including children, have been traumatized and detained. This escalation of violence is targeted and intentional and premeditated. The Trump administration is following a playbook: cause chaos, create fear and confusion, make it seem like peaceful protesters are a mob by firing gas pellets and tear gas canisters at them. Why? To create the pretext for invoking the Insurrection Act so that he can send military troops to our city. He wants to justify and normalize the presence of armed soldiers under his direct command. I want to take you through the steps that he's taken to follow the playbook and show how it is playing out real time here in Illinois. When I first heard reports of Trump's plan to send armed military troops into our streets, more than 100 elected officials, business leaders, clergy, law enforcement, educators, and community organizations gathered on August 25th to send an unequivocal message to Donald Trump. We don't want troops on the streets of Chicago. There was never an insurrection or an invasion on the ground that justified the deployment of the military to our American city. We stood out there on a beautiful day at River Point Park to make that point. Donald Trump's deranged depiction of Chicago as a hellhole, a war zone, and the worst and most dangerous city in the world was just complete BS. He clearly has decided to declare war on a great American city that has the lowest homicide rate in 60 years, in a state that has record employment and near record tourism. And he's done it for some unspoken reason. I spent the days and weeks following that out and about in our communities, in Bronzeville, in Austin, in Little Village, Berwyn, South Shore, and others, walking and talking and listening to real Chicagoans and local business owners, something Donald Trump, Greg Bovino, Tom Homan, and Kristi Noem have never bothered to do. No insurrections, no invasions. The folks in the neighborhoods do not want armed troops marching in their streets. When it comes to public safety, they want civilian law enforcement when they need them, and jobs, and after-school programs for kids in the neighborhoods. They do not want Donald Trump to occupy their communities. Then the Trump invasion began. Since ICE and CBP announced their operations on September 8th, our people have been subjected to violence, intimidation, and harassment. They have struck fear in our communities, including notably fear in the hearts of U.S. citizens. Trump and the thuggery that his agents have brought has actively made us less safe. Less than a week later, on September 12th, ICE shot and killed a man in Franklin Park, a nearby suburb of Chicago. His name was Silverio Villegas Gonzalez.
Wow.
Reports say that he had just dropped his kids off at daycare and was headed to work. Shortly after that incident, ICE issued a statement justifying the killing, saying that the federal agent was seriously injured, sustained multiple injuries, and was dragged a significant distance. Immediately, we were left with more questions than answers. And frankly, the story just didn't add up. I demanded a full accounting into the facts of the situation. The community was rightfully distraught. Even Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum demanded answers. The facts are coming out, and they are raising even more questions. The Chicago Sun-Times obtained body camera footage from Franklin Park PD. The agent said on camera his injuries were nothing major and that he was dragged a little bit. As a reminder, DHS said that the agent was seriously injured, sustained multiple injuries, and was dragged a significant distance. His children, Silverio's children, have now been left without a father, and they and the public deserve to know the truth. There's been zero accountability or transparency from ICE or the administration. Last week, federal agents dressed in camouflage gear conducted a military-style raid on an apartment building in South Shore, a neighborhood of Chicago. They brought Black Hawk military helicopters and more than 100 agents in full tactical gear. Even though it was supposedly a very dangerous and important mission, they brought dozens of cameras and set them up so that they could film their attack on the building in HD for social media. See for yourself.
Where? Wait a minute, is this a movie? And then it says Chicago, we are here for you. That is crazy, yo. This is insane. This absolutely looked like they was filming a movie. Like,
So even though they documented the raid, their propaganda video conveniently left out important facts. In the dead of night, and seemingly for the cameras, armed federal agents emerged from the Black Hawk helicopters, rappelling onto the roof of that apartment building. According to media reports, the agents ransacked multiple apartments and detained almost everyone in the building, including U.S. citizens and children who had done nothing wrong. Witnesses told reporters that federal officers zip-tied the hands of people, including children and seniors. Some, including U.S. citizens, were detained in the back of vans for hours. Seemingly proud of this shameful treatment of innocent people, they recorded it, and Kristi Noem posted the video, bragging about the operation.
now listen, man, you guys get in the comment and let me know how you guys feel about this. Me, I feel like it's wrong. I understand you want to clean up, you know what I'm saying, the United States and get the illegals up out of here, but it has to be a better way. You know what I'm saying? I don't think U.S. citizens should be going through the same thing that people that don't supposed to be here going through, especially kids, especially olders. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of stress. Like, I done been in situations before when, you know, I had to be zip tied or handcuffed. I've been in them situations before, so I know the stress that an older person or a kid can have going through that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, yo, if you're gonna try to clean up this stuff, don't take over apartment buildings with your gang, man. You know what I'm saying? Figure out who are the illegals and attack them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't have to take over that building. They could have just basically waited for people to leave out of that building, you know what I'm saying, and check their IDs and check them like that. You know what I'm saying? They absolutely did not have to go there at 4 o'clock in the morning, at 12 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? With all them cameras, like, you're scaring, you're putting fear into people. That's basically what I'm getting. Like, Donald Trump is trying to put fear into people, and it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. And maybe he's just upset because a lot of people didn't vote for him. You know what I'm saying? And he want to get his get back. That's what I'm getting. Like, he's trying to get his get back. You know what I'm saying? For everything that people done did to him in the last couple years. He is bitter. Donald Trump is definitely bitter. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I thought he was gonna come in here and do some type of good, but it just seemed like he's doing a lot of bad now. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I just think it's wrong, man. I don't think nobody should be going through that, especially if you didn't have anything to do with the situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? And one thing I can say, man, about Chicago, Chicago is a bad place and it do have a lot of murders. Um, yeah, man, Chicago need help, but I think Chicago need more resources for these younger kids that's out here doing crazy stuff. I think that's the type of help that Chicago needs. I don't think Chicago need an army to be walking around in streets causing chaos. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're not directing it at the people you're supposed to be directing at. When you're taking over a whole building, when you know it's U.S. citizens that's living there, you're just doing it to do it now, or you're just doing it to start something. And me personally, I think Donald Trump used my boy Kurt to try to start a race war, man. That's what I'm thinking, man. That's what I get. You know what I'm saying? Because lately, man, I just been seeing a lot of race stuff going on YouTube. I try to stay away from it, you know what I'm saying? But I see a lot of race stuff going on, man. Like, I thought Kurt's situation was gonna bring a lot of people together, but I see that Kurt's situation separated a lot of people, man. And it's starting something that wasn't even going on. You know what I'm saying? It really, really started something that wasn't going on. But hey, man, you guys get in the comments, man. Let me know what you feel about this video. Let me know if you think Trump is doing the right thing or you think he's going overboard. Me personally, I think he's going overboard. I don't think it takes all that, taking over a building, zip tying kids and elder people. I don't think it takes all that. You know what I'm saying? They got to come up with a better solution, especially for the U.S. citizens. Like that, that's just unacceptable. But hey, I'm about to get up out of here, man. If you're new to the channel, do your boy a big favor, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell for yourself so you can get notified when I drop more bangers like this one. Get in the comments, talk to your boy. I talk back. Do me another big favor, like and share this video. To the next one, I'm up out of here. Peace.